Hi everyone, I would like to welcome everybody for another episode of ABC podcast Abroad and Beyond Campus. Today we are going to talk about Germany, as Germany has become a more preferable study destination these days, knowing for its job opportunities, academic integrity, their accreditation. So today I would like to welcome our guest Rushil Malhotra. Hi Rushil.
Hi.
Rushil is Regional Director at GISMA University of Applied Sciences. Thank you for joining us today.
Pleasure is all mine.
To start with the podcast, I want to ask you, Germany has become the fastest growing study destination these days. All over India, globally, the people are reaching Germany. Is it right choice or it's the hype is fading?
Okay. So thank you so much, Vinny, for inviting me to the podcast today. And I think the first question of this podcast is very much right. If you talk about Germany as a destination, it's not something which is fading. For students from India, from the globe, everyone is preferring Germany as a study destination now, and there are multiple reasons for that. Earlier, if you talk about international students, they were always thinking about the big fours, that is US, Canada, Australia, or UK. But now Germany is becoming their priority, right? Because they see there's an ample amount of job market and opportunities available for the students, and when they compare the costing in terms of education, in terms of living, in terms of affordability, it's much better than the big fours right now. So I would definitely say German destination is not fading at all. It's going to be in a long run for international students from India and globally.
Do you think that this globally big four has affected Germany in a positive manner?
I would say, see, again, there are certain benefits because of the big four policies changes and all those. Germany and Europe has got the benefit, but yes, Germany has always been into the international education. Because of this big four changes, Germany has got much more highlighted, and now the students do prefer. And I think the best part is now Germany is automatically getting feeded in every international student's mindset, so it's not going away anywhere now.
So the living cost, if we compare about the big four living cost, and then we talk about Germany, how that affects on a student's mind. If we talk about Indian students' perspective, or if we talk about South Asian students' perspective, or globally, if we go to any country where the students are planning for international education, how do you think that gives a positive mindset to the student when it comes to that?
Definitely. See, if you talk about the students, okay, they have always a back-end calculation which is working, right? What is my part-time job? What is my earnings? Will I be able to pay my EMI? Will I be able to save some money for my next year tuition fee? Now, all these parameters fit very well in Germany, because if you compare the costing, we are, I would say, 35% less expensive than UK, right? We are 43% less expensive than Australia. We are 53% less expensive than US. So all these measures, all these figures are so realistic that the students who come to Germany, they feel the difference, right? Whatever they have paid to UK or to any other country in just first year, right? That's actually a living cost and a tuition fee in Germany in the first year.
Correct.
The difference is huge. You get a public transportation which is free, you get food which is not so expensive, your insurances are not so expensive, your tuition fee is not so expensive, right? So in Germany, I would say education is commercialized, but not to that extent that it starts hampering the student's pocket. Yeah.
It's easy for student to settle down when it come to the comparison, right?
I would say if I have to pay an EMI and I have to look into my living cost, then Germany is a right fit, because I am not struggling. I am focusing on my studies. I'm not really bothering that, oh, I have to earn money to make sure I survive. No, Germany gets you the survival automatically.
So how GISMA helps the students when it comes to the admission, visa, or I would say the settlement of the student? So how GISMA comes in picture and guide the students?
So at GISMA, we have multiple departments, I would say, which do work with the students from the very first beginning. We make sure our admission team is there that does the entire process within India to help the students to apply visa applications and all. Then we have an international student services team, international affairs team. We've got a career center team. We make sure there's a GISMA peer leaders group. So whenever the student is there, just to make them feel like home, we arrange a lot of activities on campus. We make them move out of campus, explore them around the cities, take them to the restaurants, so that they can get adapted to the culture, because no matter you go to any destination, right, there's always a cultural shock and there's always a homesickness that strikes. And to get the students out of that, we have all the right measures in place with GISMA, where the students automatically start building their connect with other students and the alumni or the professors, so that ice break, that is very much important.
Correct.
Because coming from India, I would say we have always, I would say, hesitated somehow. Oh, shall I ask this question? Shall I approach that student or that professor? So we at GISMA want to make sure that ice break is done from the very first break days, right? Professors should be approachable. The students or the alumni should be approachable. Students should not think twice before going to any of the departments. Yeah, so it's easy.
Do you have a student support system for different communities or different communities to support the students at GISMA at Germany campus?
I would say I have a system to support communities, but I don't have separate communities.
Okay.
Because for us, everyone is same.
Correct.
Right? So we do have a department which takes care of all these things, and we have 95 plus nationalities on campus. So truly, it's one of the most diversified universities in Germany that you will see. And I was just with one of my professor, Dr. Ralph, who teaches our MBA program. He was telling me like how he grouped the students. Okay, so if you have multiple nationalities, so he grouped them together, like one from India, one from Latam, one from Turkey, one from Africa, and then he sends them to do a project. So it by default make you a culturally diversified person, so that you learn, adapt, and then you get a better person. So a lot of things are done like this.
If we can say that the students are going to Germany, they don't have to go to different places to meet people from different communities.
Absolutely.
They are only opening their hand, hugging them with the different cultures and
Yes, I would say,
people.
like, if you're in Berlin, you're in Frankfurt, you're in Munich, you will see the population is like international. Every second person who's walking towards you or beside you will be an international person, right? You will see people from China, people from Latam, people from Turkey, people from Pakistan, Nepal, India, everyone is there, right? And the best part is you have so many good restaurants and everything over there. That means, okay, your culture has reached there. That's the best part for me, because when I have to see an international education or a destination, what is the food availability? That's always a question. So I always tell my students, Germany, food is not a problem. You name it and you have it.
Okay, so my next question would be that what we have observed that in today's world, students are more inclined towards public universities than going to a private university when it comes to Germany specifically. So how do you justify that?
Okay, that's a very nice question. I would say all thanks to the YouTubers and Instagrams, right? All the Gen Zs, I would say, they just focus on one fact. Oh, there is no tuition fee. So they prefer public universities, right? But they're not aware the criteria to enter a public university, your survival at university, and what's a key difference. Quality of education is not compromised on both the segments, be it public, be it private, because everyone is controlled by the German accreditation body, which ensures the quality is never compromised. But the key differences between public and private, see, if a student wants to have attention to detail, I would say they can go to private, right? But if the student is open, like I want to study with 200, 300 students in a classroom, right? Then public is their place. If a student wants, I would say, professors to be approachable, private is the place. If the student says, oh, the professor can come and deliver the lecture and then they can go, right? And we can then manage our notes or assignments, then public is your fix, right? If you feel like that you want to do a modern curriculum with latest case studies, latest problem solving skills, latest technology, then yes, private is your place. But if you think, oh, okay, whatever curriculum is there, I'm okay. In India also, I was doing the case studies which were taught in 2010. I'm still doing the same, and it's completely fine with me. Yes, why not? You can go for public. But again, it's a student who has to make a right choice between public and private. Like, what is your ultimate goal? Is your ultimate goal is just to save money, right? Or your ultimate goal is to have a degree which really develops you for problem solving skill? And then I would say the answer automatically comes, yes, private universities is what is the right choice.
When the student goes to GISMA or like having a German degree in their hand, is it globally recognized or it's only recognized in Europe, Schengen, how that goes?
Okay. So I would say, really, will you spend 20 lakhs for just Schengen?
No.
No, right? So this answers the questions, right? At GISMA, we make sure the degrees are not just Germany or Schengen or European Union, I would say, recognized. It has to be internationally accepted. So that's the reason we have all international bodies now. You can see AMBA, Associations of MBA. Out of 5 schools, GISMA is one of the business school which has AMBA accreditation for the MBA program. Then we got Business Graduate Association. We are the only German university which has a combination of BGA and AMBA accreditation. Then we got CIM, that is Chartered Institute of Marketing. So only German university out of 400 schools in Germany to have the CIM accreditation. We are a member of AACSP. We have become the second business school to get BSIS impact label. That means we are not just preparing the students for job, we are making them entrepreneurs, right? We have just tied up with the Kingston University London, MIT, UC Berkeley. All these majors position GISMA students as internationally accepted students, right? Because Germany should not go anywhere, but in case the job market crash, right? There are no jobs in Germany, okay? Students' degree should be accepted across the world. And with my experience and with my, I would say, overview about GISMA, I can think if a student graduates from GISMA, they can work in UK, Australia, US, or any other part of the world without any fear.
So wherever you go, your degree is with you always.
Honestly, man, I'm spending 20 lakhs. I want my investment to be secure, and GISMA gives you that security.
So coming on that, can you just give me a little more explanation about how GISMA's academic career outcome, international integrity goes?
I think with academics, I'll just make one point because that's very much important for the students. Majority of the institutions, they are teaching you in a semester system, okay, right? Like Sem 1 and Sem 2. At GISMA, we break it down. We teach you in quarter systems, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. So if you're coming to GISMA to learn 12 modules in a year, approximate, then we will do only 3 modules each quarter. And you have your exam after every quarter. So what is the purpose of this is reducing your pressure, making your mind free for other activities, part-time jobs, skill development, right? Which gives a lot of room to our students to actually develop their skills, right? And then comes our career center, which does a lot of magic on campus. We have a skill week of learning, which is there after every quarter. That's a plus point because majority of the universities, they say, okay, placement means second year, okay? You meet 1 or 2 companies or 5 companies and you will get placed. After every quarter, your exams are done, you will see the bunch of companies coming like SAP, Deloitte, L'Oreal, KPMG, Tesla, Alstom, Delivery Hero, Siemens. All these big giants, they come on campus to have an interaction with the students. They do a workshop for a week where the students try to do some sort of projects, right? And then their network starts building. So I would say at GISMA, my students never run after internship. They never run after placements. It automatically comes because these workshops, these projects help them to secure internships. And I'm very proud to share the facts. We have 88% job placements before graduation. 77% of our students, their average salary is 56,000 euros per annum to 65,000 euros per annum. 96% of my students, they were able to secure a job within less than 6 months of their graduation. So all these parameters, how they arrive when you have a proper structure. So at GISMA, we are not just academics, we are more than academics.
So basically, I would say that they are getting experience
Absolutely.
to stand in front of the companies when it comes to the job placement or the career.
Absolutely. I would say I have never seen, I have studied in India, right? I've never seen a university doing a photo shoot or a LinkedIn profile check or a CV check. At GISMA, we do that. We do your photo shoot, we do your CV check, we do your LinkedIn profile checks, all these right parameters.
So GISMA helps on each and every stage to the students.
Absolutely, we are responsible for our students' overall development.
Coming to my next question, I want to ask, what are the major intakes at GISMA?
So we got a rolling intakes. We got Jan, April, July, and October. So if a student face any sort of, I would say, visa delays or something, we have a next intake to offer them. So it's a rolling intake. It's absolutely worry-free.
But then, if we talk about the gaps, if a student has completed their suppose bachelor's in June, July, majorly in India, that is the time when they actually get the result after completing their bachelor's. And if a student wants to target October intake, so do you think that timeline is enough to target that, or they should plan for January intake rather than going for October?
I would say because most of the Indian university results will be out by end of May or the first week of June somehow. So they do have time to go for October intake. And the plus one with GISMA is we can start online, which is absolutely risk-free. The students can study online until their visa is not approved. And once the visa application, everything is done, their classes will be shifted to offline mode. Some students might have the question in mind that if I join online and I get a refusal, which is very less as a chance with GISMA, but what one person, if I get a refusal, is my money secured or not? So yes, that is 110% secured. If you face a refusal and you started online, we are not going to do any reductions. Yeah. So I think the timeline is perfectly fine, and now it is even the APS is working quite fast. The processing time has become much better with the CSP portal, right? And if you have all right documentations and everything uploaded on the CSP, the average time what we are seeing right now, if I talk about just from the New Delhi or the Mumbai consulate's point of view, is around 1 month to 2 months. Yeah. So overall, a student can complete their journey from application to the university till visa in around 2.5 to 3 months very easily. Yeah.
So we have seen a lot of new changes coming at CSP. So are there any changes by the embassy or consulate for the students in India or internationally?
Yeah, there are changes. I think the changes which are there, it's not, I would say, going to impact the students on a big note, but yes, they should be aware about this. Earlier, the students were applying their APS with the 7th semester, but now they need to make sure they complete the 8th semester and then only apply APS. Because if they apply with the 7th semester and later on they want to get the existing APS updated with the 8th semester marks, they need to pay 18,000 INR again. So they need to make sure that they complete the 8th semester, get the provision certificate, and then only they should apply the APS certificate. One more change I would say we have seen is German embassy is asking, or I would say recommending, a C1 level for bachelor's and master's students. So, but majority of the students are saying, oh, it's a C1, it's impossible, right? It's a recommendation, it's not a mandatory rule. Okay, so if you have your band scores around 6.5 and your profile has all the right measures, your SOP is very well aligned, you won't face a challenge, right? So do not think that C1 level is going to be a hurdle for you. Okay, it's just a recommendation, not a mandatory part.
This reminds me one more thing that I want to ask, that at Germany, what I have heard or what I know, correct me if I'm wrong on that part, that student need to have 13 years of education when it comes to apply for bachelor's.
That's correct.
But in India, we have 12 years of education when it comes to bachelor's. So how students manage that?
See, till last year, there were possibilities of recruiting students directly after the 12th for the private universities, but now what they're recommending is 13 year education should be completed. That means you get yourself enrolled into a 1 year of bachelor's in India, complete the first 2 semesters, and then you can apply for a bachelor's again in Germany. For public university, it will be 4 years. For private universities, it will be like 3 years duration. There is also one more solution to do to this, is that is student colleague. Okay, which is called as a preparatory course. A student can directly apply after the grade 12. But now with the student colleague, the students need to know a lot of things. They will be learning German language. They have to achieve around B1 or B2 level within the student colleague in the just 1 year period. Then there is maths, English and subject module components, and they have to clear one FSP exam after completion of the student colleague, and you will just get 2 attempts to clear the FSP. And in case you're not able to do that, then unfortunately you have to return back to your own country. Okay, so it's important that the student should be well aware about all rules and regulations, what are the provisions, and then only take a final call. If you take my advice, it's better the student should complete 13 year education in India and then they should move ahead, for bachelor's.
But if they get enrolled to a bachelor's course and complete 1 year here in India, like 2 semesters, and they get 13 years, when it comes to applying for a bachelor's in Germany, if we talk about GISMA, when they apply, do you think that is going to affect the visa as well? Because you have started something here, you left in between, and that you are moving to another country altogether to complete your, I would say, the graduation.
I would say if this question is would be for UK or for any other countries, that would be a negative impact. But for Germany, it is not, because their by law is 13-year education. So you have prepared yourself for German education. That's why you completed 13-year education. You wanted to go as per the law, as per the requirement of the consulates, and then you're applying your visa. So I don't think there's a 1% even a negative point of this year.
For working professional, is Germany the right choice?
For working professional, Germany is the absolute correct choice. And why I'm saying this is because most of the working professionals, they do not want to invest for 2 years of time. They don't want to invest for 2 years of living cost. They don't want to invest for 2 years of tuition fee. So I think with Germany, because there is a possibility of 1 year masters, which can be given to a working professional, it is definitely one of the preferable choice. Plus, there is job opening, right? There are 600,000 job openings right now in Germany. That means German market is open for working professionals. So if they are targeting a 1 year program, it is the right fit. Because now, earlier the students were always thinking, oh, UK is the only option. Okay, but now Germany is also an option for the working professionals. So if they want to have a fast track MBA or a fast track master's degree, which they want to develop their skill set like that, definitely Germany is the right destination now.
What are the post-study opportunities students get?
I would say that's something which is very unique and which is very, very exclusive to Germany itself. Germany is the only country which gives you 18 months job search visa. Okay, now many students think 18 months is the PSW, that is post-study work visa. No.
Okay.
18 months is a job search visa in which you will find out a relevant full-time contract for you. Okay, till that time you can do full-time work, you can earn money, no one is going to ask you any question. Okay, but the moment you have a full-time contract, then your 18 months job search visa is cancelled, and then you get a work permit or a blue card which is based upon your salary on the contract. So if you are an IT professional or an engineer or a health science or health worker and your salary is around 46,000 euros approx, you get a blue card which fast tracks your PR. Okay, and if you're a business management student, right, and you have a salary approximately to 51,000 euros per annum, you get a blue card, again fast tracking your PR. So German, I would say, post-study rights are flawless, and Germany really wants the students who are studying with them right now to stay back and retain the country, because their ultimate goal is to fulfill the job vacancies they have, and they want to run their economy. So anyone who goes to Germany should definitely use these benefits.
So this job search visa is for all the students?
All the students.
So everyone will get the benefit of that?
Yes, everyone. That's a basic. You go for 1 year program, 1.5, 2, you go for a German degree, go for a non-German degrees, it works.
Okay, how is the GISMA's culture for students going from different countries?
Okay, so I think the culture is very good. So we have a lot of departments, I just told you, right? So we do celebrate Diwali, we do Holi, we do Easter, there's Oktoberfest, Halloween nights, all those things are there. So right now we're just looking into the Instagram page. I think even if you guys are watching this podcast, you can go on GISMA Peer Leaders Group. That's an Instagram page for us, and you can see the dance videos and the dance competition which is going on across the cultures right now. So everyone from different cultures, they are presenting their dance, and then they are working together to give one final performance. So it is also like one of the ice breaking that we do. Okay, so yes, culture is very good, and we make sure it feels like home for the students. So yeah, I think I'm really proud that GISMA has that sort of culture for the students, because it's very important to feel like home. When you step out of your comfort zone, from your home, from away from your parents, it's important that you build another family around. So yeah. We do.
You have to answer in one word
One word?
and as quick as possible.
Okay. Mhm.
So, okay, coming to my first question. Public universities or private universities?
Public, private, both.
Berlin, Hamburg or Munich?
Berlin.
One skill every Indian student must have.
German language.
IELTS score or communication skills?
IELTS score and communication skill both.
English only or German?
English.
MBA or Masters in Data Science, hotter in 2026?
Based upon the profile.
One mistake 80% students make before applying.
Selecting wrong university.
Part-time jobs, overrated or essential?
Essential.
Networking or grades, what gets job faster?
Networking.
One word to describe Indian students in Germany.
Fantastic.
Biggest myth about studying in Germany.
No need of German language.
If someone has 15 or 20 lakhs budget, Germany or another country?
Obviously Germany.
Degree or skills, what wins in 2026?
Both.
One thing students should stop doing immediately.
Applying to other countries.
One thing students should start doing today.
Apply to Germany.
Thank you so much for this rapid fire.
Absolutely great.
It was very insightful and informative session, I would say. We also got to know a lot of things that we were skeptical for all our viewers who are applying for study. So thank you for joining us today and giving us all the information that is required.
Absolute honor, Vinny. I think it was a great initiative by you guys, and I think you guys are bridging the gap between students who want to apply and students who how to apply, right? So with the right information, they get all the right measures. So thank you for doing this and really giving me an opportunity to actually come and speak with the students and with you guys. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you everyone for being with us throughout the podcast. Stay tuned with us if you want to know more about study abroad. Thank you.